Today we only have one simple goal. We're going to be trying to get DaVinci Resolve on Linux.
I've tried this like multiple times, but for some reason, every time I try, it just doesn't work at all. I really like DaVinci Resolve. I think it's a really good program. I'm tired of using Windows for this because I hate using Windows. Like, it's so garbage lately. And there literally is a Linux build, but every time I've tried it, it just doesn't work. So let's see if we can get it working today. I did see there was a video on talking about how to get this working. Oh, this was 2 years ago. Let's try a newer one. Oh, this is a month ago. Install and make it first. Okay, here you go. Oh, you know this guy knows what he's talking about. He literally has a red hat. That's crazy. Oh, wait, so there's a separate website for this. Set up DaVinci Resolve on Linux and fix issues with importing and exporting media. Hold on. Let's try this. Oh, wait. NVIDIA graphics card. You have to have an NVIDIA graphics card? Wait, what?
Because I have an AMD GPU, and so if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'll do.
Wait, DaVinci Resolve 19 works on Linux with AMD GPU. TLDR, no, you don't need AMD Pro drivers. Yes, you need ROCm OpenCL. Follow instructions to install ROCm. I'm not sure what that is. ROCm. These are all SystemD distros. You think it'll work? How to get ROCm. To install ROCm on Dev1, you can start by checking if your system has any ROCm compatible devices. Since ROCm is primarily supported on Debian-based systems, you can adapt the installation steps from Debian for Dev1. Here is a general outline. Add user to required groups. Okay. Okay. Log out and back in for the changes to take effect. Okay, well, I guess I'll be right back.
One sudo reboot later.
So I got that done. I'm logged back in. Install ROCm libraries. You may need to install ROCm libraries from the Debian repos. Use the following command to install necessary packages. Unable to locate package ROCm DKMS. I should have the Debian repos. I don't think I've ever used this before. What is Duck AI? Add AMD ROCm repository. Okay, so I had to add the repo. Still unable to locate package DKMS. Unable to locate package. That's odd. I'm missing the ROCm repo. Dev1 stable adds AMD Debian ROC repository and key. Then install. Overwrite. Yeah. Apt update. Add DKMS. What did that say? The repository does not have a release file.
After this, I started running around in circles with this Duck AI, and eventually I realized it was most definitely steering me the wrong way completely.
Okay, I feel like we're running in circles. Let's forget about this for a second and see if we can just get the Debian thing right here. Let's try this. And it's just working first try, so AI is just stupid. The repo does not have a release file. Okay, I guess just keep going and pretend like I didn't see that. Oh yeah, see, AMD GPU DKMS. This is what we needed. So I should have just ignored this repo, maybe? It's taking a lot longer than something usually takes. Oh, sub dpkg returned an error code. Maybe it actually needs this. Oh, I wonder if this has something to do with me using the Xanmod kernel. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy these two guides. We're going to go into Claude and ask it what it thinks we can do. I am on Dev1 with Xanmod kernel. I have a 9060 XT and am trying to get DaVinci Resolve and found a Reddit thread on how to do it, but it keeps failing. Trying to get, what was it called? ROCm. ROCm. How do I do this? And then copy and paste the Reddit and copy and paste the AMD. Dev1 plus Xanmod plus ROCm. You're facing 3 compatibility walls at once. Dev1 is Debian without systemd, so the packages are largely compatible, but the installer script often checks lsb release or etcos release, and to bail when they don't see Debian or Ubuntu exactly. Xanmod kernel breaks. The AMD GPU DKMS package AMD ships is an out-of-tree kernel module. It expects to build against a vanilla Debian kernel kernel and its headers. XanMod ships with its own patched kernel that often has different config options or symbol versions, causing DKMS builds to fail. This is almost certainly your failure point. RX 9060 XT is very new RDNA 4, which we knew that. It uses GFX 1201 target. You need ROCm 7 to support it. Older ROCm versions won't even recognize the GPU. The recommended approach for your setup: skip the DKMS entirely, use the in-kernel AMD GPU with ROCm user space only. Your XanMod kernel almost certainly already includes AMD GPU built in. You don't need AMD's out-of-tree DKMS driver for DaVinci Resolve. You just need the ROCm user space libraries. LSMod. Yes, this is starting to sound more familiar to me. So let's try this. Why can't I do I have to do sudo? Oh, okay. Let's try. I am just going to copy and paste this and see what it says. Kernel already has AMD GPU loaded and working perfectly. Okay, so let's manually add AMD repo. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're adding the GPG key with wget, adding the RMCM repo, adding the AMD GPU repo, and then updating. Yes. Oh, the repository AMD does not have a release file. It's having the same error that it was having before. The repo structure changed. It's no longer this. It uses Ubuntu code names, even for Debian. For Debian 12. Why, I'm not on Debian 12.
At some point, I just got fed up and completely started copying pasting Claude commands and stopped reading what it was telling me to do entirely, which you'll see shortly was an extremely dumb thing to do.
Let's install all of those things, I guess. Okay.
If you didn't really see what I just did, look a little bit closer. In case you didn't know, SystemD is a monolithic init system which essentially manages system processes. Dev1 is a Linux distro that is packaged without SystemD, which in my case I was using OpenRC. Now with that in mind, if you look at this Claude command, it's trying to get me to install something called libsystemd0. Along with installing the systemd library, it's also having me remove like half of my OpenRC dependencies. So now you can sort of understand where this is going from here.
Oh, remove genome disk utility. Wait, why? Network manager, Surfshark. Wait, whoa. Why is this removed? Wait, what did I just do? So what I'm having to do now is I'm having to... Wait, what? Oh, I deleted Nemo too? Wait, I have Thunar. Oh, thank goodness I have Thunar. I forgot about that one. I have a USB plug in and it's not seeing it. Okay, I'm gonna stop for a while and see if I can figure this out. I almost nuked my computer. Look at this. Gemini just told me to remove libsystemd0. Which, why do I have systemd? And then it was like, yeah, let's remove all these things, and I see Flatpak, and then I keep looking through here, and I'm like, POV control, Pipewire, like, why is it deleting Pulse audio? It's trying to delete literally everything. And then I see XFCE, it's trying to delete Wire Plumber, XFCE, all of my things. It's trying to delete literally everything. I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
So after this, I had to switch to my Windows partition to grab an ISO to reinstall a different Linux distro.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to install Debian instead of Dev1 because I guess it just doesn't have what it needs all the time. So now I'm installing. It's going to take an hour to install an ISO. Oh.
Yay!
Okay, so I have basically a fresh install of Debian. And I've gotten everything configured how I like it pretty decently. So now Rocom should just work now that I have Debian. So let's see, Debian 13. I should just be able to copy that and paste it without it actually breaking everything because I actually have systemd now. Now let's install kernel driver and everything's just working. This is so easy. And systemd really makes everything easy, but I hate that everything is dependent on it. It's kind of scary. Without it, it's kind of hard to get some some normal stuff that everybody uses. I guess I could use KDE Connect if I really wanted to, but I'm just so used to DaVinci's workflow, I really want to use DaVinci Resolve. I don't know, I just think that's kind of crazy. Debian was so easy to install. It took me like an hour to install and make it look like this. I've got Rofi working great. I got my like config. Oh, there's some frame tearing there, but I'll have to get some fixes. So that was the problem, is some of the stuff I was doing requires SystemD in it, I guess. Now I can install ROCM. This is probably gonna bloat my computer, I have a feeling, but if I can get DaVinci Resolve working good, that would be nice. I can't believe I just copy and pasted Gemini, or actually it was Claude. It was Claude that broke my computer. I guess it just forgot that I was on Dev 1, and I didn't even realize that it said SystemD. Yeah, I just broke everything. I guess while I'm waiting, I can go ahead and get DaVinci Resolve. Okay, now that that's done, I can see what the next steps are. Install AMD GPU-install.deb. Okay, I guess it got that. Add yourself to the group. Check if it's working by CLinfo. Okay, CLinfo. Open CL AMD acceleration. That looks right to me. After downloading DaVinci, install it by sudo. Oh, welcome to DaVinci Resolve installer. About to install DaVinci Resolve 20.3.3. Sell all my info. Okay, it's ready to be installed. Start install. Oh, it added a little, okay, finish. Remove libraries and DaVinci installation to these three things. Okay, that's it. Enjoy your DaVinci working now. So if I do DaVinci Resolve, quick setup, operating system. Your graphics card might not be powerful enough for heavy color correction. Graphics card might not be powerful enough for heavy color correction. Okay, whatever. I'm all set. Please just work. Unsupported GPU processing mode. Please review the GPU drivers and GPU configuration under preferences. Okay. Selection. Not auto. Oh, it doesn't even show my GPU. Okay. This is weird. Fuck. Classic unsupported GPU processing mode window. You're seeing this because DaVinci Resolve is very picky about how it talks to a graphics card on Linux. Right now your Debian system is using open source AMD drivers. Give your user permission. I think I've already done this. For the changes to actually take effect, you must log out and log back in. Oh, I see. I'll restart my computer and see. Okay, I'm back, and now let's see if it works with Rofi. Oh, it does. Maybe it had like a background process. Oh, it just works now. So what if I new project? If I throw, no. This is weird. Okay, must be some codec that I don't have. DaVinci Resolve supports MKV files, but compatibility can depend on the codecs used. Use FFmpeg. This powerful command line tool can help you convert MKV files to formats that are more reliably supported. Oh, there was something that I used called Handshake or Handbrake. Is an open source transcoder available for Linux. It can be installed via Flatpak. Okay, where is the Flatpak? Handbrake is a really cool GUI tool that allows you to change the format of videos. I used it a lot in Windows, and hopefully it works well in Linux. I didn't know that it was open source, so I guess that's a good thing. So let's throw this in there. Did this guy say what format it needs? Yes, you get AV1, so AV1 is what I need. How do you, oh, see, okay, so it's H26, that's why it doesn't work. Video encoder, AV1. Surely an MP4 will be okay if it's at AV1, right? I guess we'll find out.
I've got DaVinci Resolve working. Also, my new microphone came in the mail, so thank you to Fifine for sending me this microphone. Now I think I've got DaVinci working. DaVinci, like my video got encoded. Also, I found out that on OBS you can change output to be AV1 so that I don't have to change the encoding every time. I will for the first few videos that I did. Okay, so I found out the culprit. I changed this AAC, so I looked it up. Why does AAC audio not work on DaVinci Resolve? It says AAC audio does not work on DaVinci Resolve due to licensing issues, and you can use FFmpeg to change it. So I got FFmpeg and I changed it to something called output1.wav, and then I put it in DaVinci Resolve, and it just works. And I guess all that's left to do is just edit this video. So all it took was reinstalling my OS and using a different one. I was on Dev1, but now I'm on Debian, and I guess that's all it took. But now that I've got everything working, all that's left is to